Jason, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good, mates. How are you?
I'm really good. Pleasure to talk to you again. One of the things that I absolutely love about your CV lately is that perfect balance between action and comedy, like between, Spy and even Hobbs and Shaw and Crank and stuff. But all of the comedy seems different every time out. Do you have a lot of fun kind of coming at the comedy angle of these action movies differently almost every single time?
Well, a lot of the comedy that I get to do, if there is any, a lot of it I'm playing pretty straight. A lot of the stuff that the comedic value of me being straight in a situation where I guess the right dialogue delivered the right way is quite, I think you really need to rely on there being a good writer behind the curtain there. If the dialogue's good and the setup is good, it can be funny, and it's quite hard because slapstick comedy is not something that I've sort of had to do or be a part of. So I've been quite lucky. I mean, I remember working with Paul Feig and Melissa McCarthy in Spy. I was playing a real hard-nosed, straight as they come guy that was delusional in his own abilities. But I think if you can just be convicted in your own head about who you are and the writing's good, I think it's funny. I love, I do love action comedies. They are my favourite, yet I've only ever been in two.
Well, just even like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a huge like landswell of support just because, I guess, because of your proximity to Hugh Grant in this as well, is why I bring it up, in that the internet really wants you to be the bad guy in Paddington 3. And I think that is like, we need to make that happen somehow, because I think it would just be perfect.
Wow. Yeah, that's a small amount of a small petition, I'm sure. Yeah,
Absolutely not. The internet's behind it. You've got the internet's love for that one.
the internet.
Well, even like your character in this and his like, I love the little detail of him loving his fancy wines, and constantly arguing with Carrie over opening, the fancier ones, and he's like, "You've drank that one already." Like, for these characters, like, was there a particular existing touchstone or someone that yourself and Guy chatted about saying this is kind of who we think this should be based on? Was there someone in mind for that?
I think Guy, it was almost a reflection of himself and his penchant for fancy wines. And, we all get a tickle from tasting something rare and expensive. I think it's quite a good quirk to paste onto somebody. The private jets and the thing. It's not usual that a spy gets to have these, this kind of shopping list of demands before he even goes to work. It's not about Queen and Country. It's about, is the BBJ ready? Is is the Margot on board? Only then am I willing to save the world. I think it's quite a good quirk to have.
Oh yeah, and you need the annual leave before and after. That's how you know you've got a good job. Jason, thank you so much for your time today.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna shoot at them, Danny.
So you weren't seen by anyone? Yes. That's a yes. You weren't seen by anyone? Yes. Or a yes, you were seen by someone? Yes.